Ruben, it's been a couple of days since the game against Brighton and your pretty damning assessment of the team. Have you been surprised by the reaction that it's caused?
No, I try not to read. I just have this information before the press conference from Andrew. If not, it's impossible to do my job with all the noise surrounding the games and what I said. I know what I said. I know that it's hard for people to listen what I said. I try to explain now in the press conference that I was talking more about me because we played 10 games with me as a coach in Premier League, and we lost 7, I think. And it's really hard. And if you try to look one team in Manchester United issue that had that number of games and number of losses, especially at home. So I was talking not about my players, but more about me, and trying in that statement follow a question about how was the feeling of the Manchester United fans. So I was trying to show that we know that what we are doing wrong, and that is really hard for the fans, and we will try to fix it.
You were pretty scathing. You said it's perhaps the worst Manchester United team, how everybody is underperforming. You had some strong words to say in public. Were there strong words to the team? Was it an angry dressing room after that game?
No, everything I said there, I said in the dressing room. Maybe that was the problem. I need to calm down, like always I do, but in that day was really hard. Maybe because of frustration, and then sometimes it's really hard for me to hide this frustration. But that's it. I will not try to focus a lot on that. I'm happy that I said those things in the different way in the dressing room, so it was not that I spoke publicly and not to the players. I do it before with the players, and let's move on.
So do you regret what you said, or perhaps how you said it maybe?
The way I think, like, clearly, because I have a responsibility, and I need to think sometimes better in the way I say it. I do it all the time, but in that time was really hard for me. But like I said, I think I have good things in the way I deal with everything. Sometimes I make some mistakes. It's really hard for me to hide the frustration in some moments, and it's really hard to lose, and sometimes you cannot control yourself.
I mean, you admit you're a direct person, and there'll be certain quarters that say, actually, it was quite refreshing to hear that from a manager. It's quite brave, it was honest. Is there a danger that it could have a negative impact?
Yeah, especially in the players. That is the most important thing. I'm here to protect my players. Also, sometimes to protect is to say the right things, and I try to balance those things, and sometimes I do it, sometimes I get it wrong. But in the way I say it, I should do it in a different way, because I can do it if I think a little bit more in things, if I'm more calm. But like I said, I'm a coach of Manchester United, and I'm responsible for a team that loses again at home for 3 goals. Sometimes it's really hard to cope with that. So I'm a young guy, and with that brings good things, bad things. But like I said, I will improve in that details. I just want to win games.
Are we getting a glimpse then perhaps of just how big this challenge is for you as a coach, and the passion and emotion that this job creates at a club like Manchester United?
For me, it's always the same passion. I know that Manchester United is the biggest club in the world, but I know that